Have you ever wondered how narcissism might manifest itself in religious settings? Narcissism, a term you've probably heard, is a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Often, this is coupled with a fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest criticism. Now imagine these traits within the context of a church community, where faith, trust, and unity are vital elements. The unique dynamics of church communities can sometimes amplify these traits, creating a more complex scenario. This happens because church communities are built on trust, faith, and the idea of spiritual superiority, aspects that a narcissist can exploit for their own gain. It's a delicate balance, and navigating it requires awareness, understanding, and a willingness to challenge unhealthy behaviors. So let's delve deeper into what these narcissistic traits might look like within the church. While narcissism isn't gender-specific, we'll focus on how it can manifest in men within the church. One way it shows up is through spiritual grandiosity. This is when individuals display an exaggerated sense of spiritual superiority, often coupled with a disheartening dose of arrogance and self-righteousness. They may speak as if they have a direct line to the divine, disregarding the beliefs and experiences of others. Then, there's manipulation through faith. Narcissistic individuals might use religious beliefs to manipulate and control others. They may twist scripture to justify their actions or to make others feel guilty or inadequate. This can lead to spiritual coercion, where individuals feel pressured to conform to the narcissist's interpretation of faith. Lastly, let's consider exploitative behavior in church leadership. Narcissistic leaders can exploit their positions within the church, using their authority to serve their own needs rather than those of their congregation. This can create a toxic environment where congregants feel undervalued and disrespected. It's a sad reality, but it's one that we need to recognize and address. Each of these behaviors can be damaging, eroding trust, and causing emotional harm. It's crucial to remember that these actions are not reflective of the faith itself, but rather, they are distortions created by narcissistic individuals. Now that we know what to look for, let's explore how the church might inadvertently enable these behaviors. How might religious institutions inadvertently foster narcissistic behavior? This question leads us into a complex web of factors that may enable such behaviors within church structures. One such factor lies in the hierarchical nature of many religious institutions. This structure can give individuals with narcissistic tendencies a platform to assert perceived spiritual superiority and manipulate others. It's not uncommon, for instance, for narcissistic individuals to exploit positions of authority, using their role to exert control and coercion. Furthermore, the emphasis on forgiveness and turning the other cheek in many faiths, while inherently positive, can sometimes be misused, leading to a culture of silence that allows narcissistic behaviors to go unchecked. It is therefore crucial for religious institutions to take responsibility, acknowledging these dynamics and actively working to address them. This could involve implementing checks and balances, promoting open dialogue, and fostering an environment that encourages critical thinking. With awareness and action, we can make a difference. Let's discuss how to empower women within these communities. How can women be empowered to navigate and challenge narcissistic behavior within their religious communities? To begin with, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it likely is. Faith should be a source of comfort, not discomfort or distress. Next, educate yourself to recognize the warning signs of narcissistic behavior. This could be excessive spiritual grandiosity, manipulation through faith, or exploitative behavior from church leadership. Knowledge is power, and understanding these signs is the first step towards empowerment. Remember, it's okay to set boundaries, even in a spiritual context. You have the right to feel safe and respected in your community of faith. Encourage open dialogue about these issues. Critical thinking and respectful conversations can bring about positive change. Finally, don't be afraid to seek support. You are not alone. There are resources available, both within your church and externally, ready to provide help and guidance. Seeking support and healing is vital, whether within the church or from external resources. Where can one turn for help when dealing with narcissistic behavior within the church? It's crucial to seek support, whether it's within the faith community or from external resources. Mental health and emotional well-being shouldn't be taboo topics. Open dialogues, honest conversations, and a willingness to address these issues head-on are essential. It's about fostering a culture of understanding, respect, and healing. By understanding and addressing narcissism within the church, we can foster healthier and more respectful religious communities.